Let's hear it. I am a member of the Ignatian family. One more time. I am a member of the Ignatian family. That's great. I want to talk about our commitment, the excitement around Ignatian Family Advocacy Month. But first I want to tell a story. A number of years ago, I was with a group in Nicaragua, right? See. And we were actually having it was a high school group that I was leading there. We were having what was called an intercambio, an interchange amongst the youth in our group and the youth in the community. And it was with young women, 18 to 22 years old, who lived in the community. And they were telling us about their lives. These are young women who are working in maquilas. They were working in the fields with the cooperatives in the community. They were taking care of young children and helping their older family members, taking care of them. And they described some of the very challenging realities of their life, some of the very challenging realities of their situation, unjust working conditions, privatization of utilities, water that was unsafe and unhealthy because of what was happening upstream. They talked about a young boy who had died in the community from dysentery because his family didn't have access to medicine. They described all of these harsh realities that were part of their life there in Nicaragua. And the young people, the U.S. Students, were listening to this. And one of them said, "Wow, that's horrible. I want to be your voice." And one of the young Nicaraguan women looked at her and said, and I remember her name was Vilma. And she looked at the young U.S. woman, she said, "Thank you for caring, but can you please be a voice with us? We have a voice. Be a voice with us." And so as we think about this idea of collectively working together as one Ignatian family for advocacy, we need to think about who are we going to be a voice with. For me, one of those people is Vilma from Nicaragua. But for you, who is it? Maybe it's a person you've come in contact with through an immersion experience or through service in your community. Maybe it's someone in your own family or someone you go to school with. Maybe it's someone that you've read about in a book or watched a movie or a documentary about. Who will be that person that you are a voice with? Take a moment. Who is that person? Think about them for a minute. What is their reality? How can you be a voice with them? That's our call with Ignatian Family Advocacy Month, to think about how we can be a voice with people, how we can call attention to the realities of these priority issues that we have identified through the voting and input of many people around the country, including the delegations that are here at the Teach-In. Our commitment to working to end poverty, domestic poverty here in our own country. Who wants to work to end domestic poverty? Great. To work for humane immigration reform that values the dignity of every human person. Who wants to do that? And to work for sustainable environmental policies that protects our creation and allows the people who live in that creation to live fully. Who wants to work for sustainable environmental policies? All right, that's what Ignatian Family Advocacy Month is about. That's what we're calling you all to be a part of, for you all to engage in, to find ways in February 2013 to go out and meet with representatives, meet with senators in home districts, or maybe you're returning back to Washington, D.C., to make calls, to write letters, to be active, to find a practical way to respond to what you have learned, what you have experienced, what you've reflected on here in Washington, D.C. And so I'm so excited to be part of this. I'm so excited to be in partnership with all of you. And I cannot wait for all that happens in February with Ignatian Family Advocacy Month. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Great job.